when we get into a serious relationship, it's like we lose ourselves in it, right? Like your day becomes my day, and all of a sudden, I forget or I no longer know how to have a life separate from you. And the reason why I say that is if I look back on my experience, either dating or some of my friends when they tell me their experience, it's like they were this person similar to, right, they went out, they hung out with their cousins, they had a good time, they had meetup groups, they get into a relationship, all they know is that person. If they want, it's like they can't even go to the washroom without that person with them, right? Because everything they do, they're doing it in sync and in unison. But I think you're right. I think you're right when it comes to, we have to make time for ourselves. If I see you, let's say today's Friday, if I see you Friday, it's okay if I don't see you Saturday and or Sunday. Like we can still have separate lives and still figure out what we want to do. Do you feel that sometimes that's what's missing? Especially from your perspective, because you went from a marriage where you were together, living together, all this stuff, but now that you're out of it, you're like, you know what? I need to make sure that I'm happy with myself instead of like many people who are afraid to be alone and they're going from one relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship and they don't ever have time for themselves.
I know some people are like that. I didn't quite see that for myself because for the most part, other than for maybe about a year when it was like the worst for his health, that I didn't hang out with as many people. But like especially the year leading up to the actual divorce of kind of like we sat down like, yep, this is happening kind of thing. I pretty much was kind of like he got to the point where he had the idea of like, well, we're supposed to be doing stuff together all the time, always together. And so he would never make plans with his own friends and stuff anymore. Anytime I made plans, he just assumed he'd come with. That's kind of like, this is just me, my friend talking over here, and I'm gonna just go see her new baby. Like you don't need to come for that. Or I have other ones where it's like a girls only thing, like it's like a bachelorette party. I'm like, you're not coming with for this. Like that's not an option. You weren't invited. You don't know them. And he would just get so annoyed and so insulted. Like somehow I was breaking a rule, which I know some people are kind of like, well, why can't you let him go with? Because he wasn't invited. He doesn't need to be with me for everything. Like especially because like I work from home and he was there the whole time with me. Like I don't need to have him with me every step of the way. I don't quite need that. No one does. Everyone needs to keep their individuality for everything because it's just it's suffocating. And that's kind of especially when I with that first October in 2018, that was kind of the time I'm like, yep, I'm gonna start doing more stuff for myself. I'm gonna see because partially because I was like, I'm done doing all this work. I'm done doing all the extra stuff. I'm done taking any blame for things. And definitely that was kind of when he started to panic about things too. And that's when things started to escalate a little bit. I don't believe he would have been physical to me, but I feel like at one point when he was at his darkest and he was like blackout drunk, he thought about it.